Gosh. Woo! Guys, it's been a heck of a day. It's been a real cold day outside. I did not want to go to work. It was pretty rough, not gonna lie. Man. I just got off the phone with the political advisor guy, and total grifter, honestly. And I don't mind saying that either about him because I know he's not gonna watch this video. The guy reached out to me at first and he goes, "Hey, I really like what I've been seeing from you. If you need any help, please reach out." Okay. And then I reach out to the guy and he's like, "Oh, what are you about?" And he thinks I'm running against some state legislature, some state guy versus the actual U.S. Congress. And he says, "Why did you pick Dalton to run against?" So the guy doesn't even know who I'm running against or why, wants to reach out to me and basically seek employment, and, isn't going to do his research or even surface level research on me at all. Total grifter, that guy. And honestly, if you don't believe in what I'm saying and what I stand for, then I don't want you on the campaign, okay? I stand for American rights and actually making a difference. And I'm tired of all the foreign influence within the United States. This guy, I told him what I'm about, and he doesn't even read into it at all. Doesn't really look into it at all. I told him about what's going on in Florida, about the free speech law, or what is it? Not a free speech law. They call it a hate speech law over there that Ron DeSantis signed. The guy doesn't even want to look into it. Pretty much denies it even happening. And it's like, seriously? We got people so involved in the political scene that don't look into anything at all. It's actually insane, and honestly, it makes me black pill really bad. Because it's like, I know a lot of normal people, they don't really look that deep into anything, but seriously, you're going to approach me as a political advisor, and you're not going to look into me at all, and then ask me what I'm about. I tell you what I'm about, and you're not even going to look into it. And then after the fact, you're basically going to go, "Oh, yeah, but I'm not anti-Israel." Like, dude, I'm not anti-Israel either. I'm anti-foreign influence, and these are the type of things that I'm against. I'm against the subversion and elimination of Christian ideology. I'm against subversion of American rights, like I'm talking about, that you refuse to acknowledge or see. It's absolutely insane that I have someone approaching me in the political arena and doesn't even do his due diligence or research on anything. Like, honestly, dude, get away from me. It's actually disgusting that you would approach me, not do any sort of research as a professional. And, I'd expect that from, I'd expect that from someone random maybe, but not someone who's in the political scene. I would expect you at least do surface level research on anything, just like you would if you were trying to apply for any job. Yeah, I would try to do what I can, see what they're about. That's what I did for any job interview. You're going to come to me and not even know anything, not even looking at my videos, why I'm running, what I'm about, not even to see any of the validity of what I'm saying either. Guys, I'm not asking you to trust me on everything. I'd rather you go out there and research everything I'm saying because it actually is the truth. And I actually do want to stand against all this, and I actually do want to make a difference, and I would do it for free. I would fight and die for my children's future, and I will do that for sure. And I'm tired of grifters getting around me and not being about that same process, not being about that same dedication. Get away from me if you're not dedicated about this cause and actually saving the American people and the American people's rights that are going to be slowly dwindled away from both sides. The left's bought out by all these different organizations. You could say China, Israel, Russia, UK, you name it, whatever. It depends on who you're looking at. They're all kind of sold out to somebody over there. And then we have people on the right, mostly sold out by AIPAC and the ADL, which are wanting to put legislation in place to subvert, again, the American people's rights, like we're seeing in Florida. It's completely ridiculous. And you're basically not going to look into it at all, and you're going to deny it even exists, basically. And just go, "Oh, I'm not anti-Israel." Like, bro, that's not what I'm saying. You're not going to look into it at all, seriously. And you're going to try and basically get employment from me. Oh, and then he hears basically I have no money for him. It's just me running this thing. I have no campaign, really. It's just me. And basically he's like, he's pretending like he didn't originally say, hey, I'm super interested in your campaign. I love what you're about, Clearly, you're just a grifter. Get away from me. Anyone else that's like that, get away from me. I don't want it. I don't want your help if you're going to be just a grifter who doesn't believe in what I'm saying, who actually doesn't want to stand and fight for something that you actually believe in. Honestly, guys, that got me super fired up. I just could not believe it. This guy's coming out of nowhere, just straight up trying to grift off me, because he thinks there might be campaign funds, Ridiculous. I don't know. I get off a long day in the cold, and I get this. It's like, jeez. Can I get someone who actually believes in something? It's actually disgusting. You think there'd be more people who actually believe in something, especially in the political arena. But actually, that's what's wrong with our politics right now. You got all these people that just kind of want a paycheck, or they just kind of want to say something that they think someone's going to like to hear so they get a vote. I'm not here for that. I'm here to fight for my son's futures and your children's futures at the same time. I want someone that's going to stand at the gates and say, no more of this foreign influence and no more of this subversion of the American people. And if you're just another grifter, get away from me again. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything from you. Gosh, it just pisses me off because it's like, seriously, believe in real values. Seriously, if I'm saying anything worth a damn, I need your support for real. But I don't want your support if you're going to be a grifter who doesn't really believe anything, goes wherever the wind blows. He says he only supports Republicans and not Democrats. Sure, whatever. But it's like, really? It's crazy to me. It's still grifting. You didn't look into me at all. You're just trying to get a paycheck. Right after you say you're interested in what I'm talking about, you ask me what I'm about, and you think I'm running against someone else. Completely unprofessional. I don't know how you call yourself a professional. It's so weird to me. Some of these people who get so famous and so into the political arena, and they get so high. It's like, if you really dig into some of these people, you just find out they're really just surface level people that don't know anything that's going on and don't hardly believe in what's going on. Some of them even just picked a side, and will just say whatever points that side are talking about without even thinking. Completely ridiculous, I don't know if you guys saw me make that other post about, what is her name? Not Missy. What's her name? Piper for Congress. Piper from Missouri. Yeah, this lady, if you go onto my Facebook, I've posted it, but this lady posted a church, and the leader of the church that was saying something about, deporting illegals, and she basically doxes this church, and in my opinion is trying to incite something there, especially with something that with what we've just recently seen in Minnesota. Absolutely disgusting. So I hope the FBI gets on that lady. It's so funny. She said, if Jesus was here, he would turn over the pews and knock over the tables or whatever. And it's like, this is coming from a lady that advocates for child sacrifice, child murder, and she's going to tell me what Jesus thinks? Hilarious. A lot of these people out here, you'll see in the comment section, will go, oh, that's not very Christ-like. And then we'll turn around and immediately advocate for abortion, like that's what God would want. That's what Jesus would want, is to allow you to kill your own children. Yeah, absolutely disgusting. If you can tell these people don't believe in anything they're saying whenever they say something like that to you, and then turn around and do something like that. Ugh. Anyway. Sorry, guys. That got me fired up, honestly. Who does this guy think he is? But, no, yeah. I want to stand for Americans, American rights, and I want to stand against everything that's trying to subvert that. All the foreign influence on every single side that's trying to subvert that. And it's everywhere, and it's rampant, and it's in the media, it's in social media, and none of our government officials want to talk about it. It's insane to me. And Eric Burleson, he's talking about affordable housing. Well, if you look on the housing admin, what is it called? The housing authority. I have a link to it basically on my Facebook, guys, but it shows that like a lot of our housing inflation is coming from illegal immigrants as well. So Eric Burlison, you're not going to focus on that at all. You're not going to say we're not doing enough on that. And Trump comes over and says, hey, we gotta take a step back from mass deportations, which he hasn't really been doing anyway. We've been seeing maybe 300,000 this last year, and then they say it's like 2 million, which is totally made up numbers. I need you guys to actually do research on this if you care, but the numbers are not what they should be. And they're not what they say they are. And that's actually a huge reason why we're seeing an influx or a change in our housing prices. And they actually posted about that in the government, that government site that you guys can find on my Facebook. I'll actually put it in this description, I think, too, so you guys can look at it. But it's ridiculous. Eric Burlison, if you want to make a real difference, mass deportations are the way. And what they've been doing is basically, because they're not really doing mass deportations, that's why they've been doing these super obnoxious videos to kind of make it seem like they are to the right, when in reality they're not, and then they're also just pissing off the left. What the heck, guys? So how about we just carry out mass deportations in a correct and serious way, and without all the videos basically taunting the left and amping them up, and actually making a real difference. And then at the same time, we're not doing anything on the America First labor policy front. Again, 600,000 Chinese students, 120,000 H-1Bs. What are we doing on that? We're not doing anything on it. We're not having any real change. And that's why I'm running. I'm running so I can actually hold this administration to its promises, because obviously no one else is going to do it, guys. Eric Burlison sure as hell isn't going to do it. He's going to do whatever, I don't know. He's going to do these half measures that really aren't going to do anything for us. Nothing that we really asked for. And he's probably going to sign the 20-year memorandum of understanding that they're going to introduce after the midterms as well. Giving Israel another 20 years of $3.8 billion right now. It's probably going to be more for that. Which again, I'm not anti-Israel, but how can you be pro-America or America first and say that, hey, we need a budget and we need to not be sending so much foreign aid out? Then again, Eric Burlison, you just turn around and you go and do it. You turn around and you go give Israel $3.3 billion just last couple days ago. And that's not going to be including the 3.8 we give them automatically every single year. It's like, can everyone just open their eyes and do some research into what I'm talking about? Ugh. It just really black pills me, guys. It really does, because it's like I get people in the political arena trying to come at me, and they are so surface level, so shallow type people that are just after a paycheck. And it seems like that's what most of our government is about. I would do this for free, guys. I kind of am doing it for free right now. But honestly, I would cut down my paycheck if it meant actually doing something. I would die for this movement. I'm willing to die for this movement. I'm willing to die for my children's future. I'd like to not die for my children's future so I can actually help their future as well. But someone has to stand in the line, someone has to stand in the fray, and someone has to stand unafraid. And I'm not seeing anyone else out here to do it. So I guess it's going to be me. Just so upsetting, honestly. But yeah, it seems like, I don't know, how many people out there are real? How many people out there are actually looking into anything or actually care about what's going on? It's super depressing, not gonna lie. Especially when you have people come at you that say they're on your side, and then it turns out they're just after a paycheck and won't even look into the things that you're talking about. I got it, you're not anti-Israel, brother. But you literally didn't look into a single thing I just talked to you about that I said why I'm running. You just basically deny it. It makes your tummy hurt to think about, so you don't even look into it, Oh, it makes my tummy hurt to even think about that being the truth. So I'm going to ignore it because every single other candidate that I'm going to be helping out is probably going to be paid off by Israel being on the right. Like, have some morals, have some dignity, you know, as a man. Actually look into what I'm talking about. Gosh, just got me fired up, honestly, because it's, again, this is not something I want to do. It's something that I believe in. It's something that I think a lot of Americans, once they actually find out the truth, would believe in, you know. And I think if I was to actually get on an even playing field with Eric Burleson, same exposure, there'd be a lot more Americans awake on what's going on and would actually be willing to vote for me over him. But that's going to be the fight. The fight is going to even be just to get on an even playing field or to even get enough exposure to American citizens. And that's what I'm on the fight to do right now. You know, there's a very likely chance that I'm not going to win. And this guy, it's so funny. He was like, oh, have you done any polls on his likelihood and your likelihood and this and that? I'm like, dude, I don't care. I don't care if there's a 0.002% chance that I'm going to win. It's not about that. It's about actually standing on something and making a difference. Isn't that what you want to do? Isn't that why you're in the political scene? I guess not. I guess he's just surface level grifter, you know. Really makes me depressed though, a little bit, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna pray about that. I really am. Jesus, please wake these people up. Jesus, thank you for all you've done for me, and thank you for showing me everything you've shown me. I ask that you please bless my audience and please bless their minds as well. I ask that you just protect our minds and protect our hearts and give us the fighting spirit that we need to really make a difference. Thank you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. You know, guys, I'm a fighter. This isn't written on my helmet just because I like the saying and I like Full Metal Jacket. I'm born to kill, okay? I'm a born killer. I'm ready to fight and I'm ready to kill, okay? And there's too many grifters out there that aren't really speaking the truth or will just kind of say whatever they need to say to get a vote. I'm not here for that. I'm actually here to stand on values and what I believe in and what I believe the American people need for change to actually make this country livable and keep it in good condition for my sons as they grow up. But I have an example to set for them. How am I going to raise strong men if I'm going to sit here and just let these things happen? Throw my hands up in the air and say, I guess we can't do anything about it. There's no one to vote for. There's nothing we can do. No, like, I can't do that. What are you talking about? Like, I would consider myself a big pussy if I couldn't do that. You know, if I couldn't stand up strong and fight for something I believe in, if no one else will do it. I'm raising strong men. I'm not raising pussies. Sorry, that's not politically correct. That's not me, guys. If you want a politically correct candidate out there that's not going to make any difference, and that's going to get paid off by everybody around them, then go to another cookie cutter guy like Eric Burleson, Grayson Hunt, Missy Hesketh. They're all cookie cutter people that are just going to be saying what you want to hear, how you want to hear it. Oh, that's how a politician talks. Listen, I'm not a politician. I'm a normal American just like you. I'm a blue collar worker and I'm a killer, ready to fight and ready to die for my children and for your children. I'm ready to make a difference. I'm ready to put it on the line. Are you? I need real Americans who actually believe in what I'm saying and actually want to stand up for our rights. I need volunteers. I need your support. Currently, it's just me funding this campaign with what little money I have in every paycheck. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it 100%. How would it not be? Right now, I'm just in a room talking on my own. And if that's what it takes, if it's just me in a room talking on my own every single day like a schizophrenic, then I guess that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't care. What I do care about is my son's future. I care about the future of America. I don't care about a paycheck. I don't care what people think. Thank you guys so much and have a blessed day in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for your support and please spread the word. Thank you.